In this screencast, we're going to go over how to create your own website, and we're going to use a service called Google Sites in order to do this. You can access Google Sites by first logging into your Google account, and you can see up here that I'm already logged in, and type in sites.google.com. Now, Google Sites is a website builder and a website hosting service. In order to have a website, what you need is you need to first program the website. And you need to have a computer somewhere where your website lives on the internet. And so Google provides both the hosting, which is to say that you're going to create this website and then it's going to live on one of Google's servers in the Pacific Northwest somewhere. And they give you the means to create the website, so you don't actually need to know any programming or any code to do it. Once the website comes up here at sites.google.com, you're going to click on the Create button. And the Create button brings up this page here. And the first thing it asks you to do is to select a template to use. And go ahead and stay with the blank template. It's tempting to use Classroom Site since these are going to be educational, but the Classroom Site template is overly complex and maybe a little bit more than we need right now. So I'm just going to call this TEDU 651 test website. I'm going to end up deleting it anyway. Notice that it automatically fills in your URL here. So this will be the URL for your website, sites.google.com/sites/TEDU651 test website. It does that for you automatically. It asks you for if you want to select a theme, gives you some more options here, but we can leave those alone right now. We can get to those later. I'm going to type in these words here. Looks like I got that right. And I'm going to click on the Create button. And it takes a second, and then eventually what it's going to do is create a blank website for us. And once this website is created, then you can go through and make as many pages as you want to make. You can insert videos, insert images, insert links, various different kinds of widgets. It's a really easy system once you get used to it. The course website that we're using for this course, for example, is a Google site. So it's created here. You can see in the URL, sites.google.com/site/TEDU651 test website. And this is what the website looks like. Here in the middle, where it says home, this big white space is the main body of the website. Over here on the left bar, we have this navigation bar, and you have the option to move that wherever you want on the screen. And this is just the title of the page. And notice that it just makes it the title of the website since this is the home page. So these buttons up here are going to be the important ones for you. And these are the buttons that allow you to edit the website and create new pages and then work on the website as a whole. And we'll start with this little pencil button, which as you can see is the Edit Page button. I'm going to click on that, and what we have now is we end up with a couple of toolbars. This has some menu items up here, and then a toolbar that looks very similar to other kinds of editing toolbars that you've probably used in the past. And so if you want to add some text to your website, notice that there's a cursor right here. You just type in, "This is my website," and press Save in the top right-hand corner. It saves, and notice that now the website has that text that we just typed in. But of course this is the web, and we figured out how to add images and videos and colors and interesting things to the web about 15 or 20 years ago. So let's go ahead and add some of those. We'll go back to Edit Page, and let's add an image. You can do that very easily by going up here to the top left, clicking on the Insert button, and notice that the first thing that shows up is the word image. And what it gives you is it gives you two choices. The first choice, Uploaded Images, allows you to choose a file from your own hard drive. So something that might be a picture that you took or something that you have saved to your own computer, and you can upload that to your website. And that's a nice way to do it. The other thing that you can do is actually, in the second button, you can enter in an image URL. And this is how you take an image that exists on somebody else's website and basically put it in yours without having to download it and upload it. And so let's find an image to put in there. I'm going to go to, let's go to Google Images. That makes it fairly easy. And let's search for puppies. Everybody likes puppies. So we're going to search for puppies. Aw, look at the picture of the puppies. So I'm going to click on this image, pair of puppies right there. Depending on what operating system that you're using, you can right-click and depending on, again, on the operating system in the browser, you'll have an image, you'll probably have a choice on your menu that says copy image URL or copy image location. Again, it depends on what browser you're using. I'm using Chrome right now. But if you click there, what it's going to do is it's going to take the URL of this picture and copy it to your clipboard. When we pop back over into your website, you can now paste by either right-clicking in the box and selecting paste, or you can just press Control or Apple V, and it's going to put in the URL, and then notice if you've done it the right way, the picture of the puppies will show up in the preview box. Press Enter when you're done, and we have now added a picture to our website. This menu bar here gives you some choices. You can center the picture, you can wrap text around the picture here, you can change the size of the picture, small, medium, and large. I'll leave you alone to experiment with that. But if we press save here, you end up with pictures of the puppies on the front of your website. Let's say that we want to add a link, because that's one of the other great affordances of the internet, is the ability to link pages to each other. So let's just say, let's link to VCU. I'm going to type in the letters VCU. I'm going to highlight them. And then in the toolbar here, you notice this thing that looks like a chain. That's the link button. I'm going to click on the link button, and it gives you some options. Once you build your site out, you're going to have a lot of pages in this box right here, and if you want to link to another page in your website, simply just click on the page, decide whether you want the link to open in a new window or not, and press OK. But we're going to link to an external web address, so I'm going to click on this second option here, web address, and I'm going to type in the URL, vcu.edu. I want it to open in a new window so that people will stay on my website, at least in part. I'm going to press OK, and notice now that it's underlined in blue, just like you would expect a link to be. I'm going to click Save there, and so if we click on this link, it will open up a new tab, and notice it's taken us to vcu.edu. Adding a video is similarly a one-step process. Click in a place in your page, go to Insert, come down here to where it says Video, and then you have a couple choices. YouTube is the one that you'll find that most folks use. Click on YouTube, and all you need to do is paste in the URL of whatever YouTube video that you're watching. Just simply copy it out of the address bar, paste it right here. You can add a title if you want, click Save, and it embeds a video. So that's nice and easy. The next thing that I'd like to show you how to do once you explore this a little bit is to make your website look a little more interesting. This is the basic template. It's gray, it's white, it's fine, but we might want something a little more snazzy. If you come over here to the More button and click on it, you can move down to where it says Manage Site. And that's going to be a menu that you're going to spend a decent amount of time in. And then notice here in this left toolbar, it gives you some options of some things you can do with your website. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom here and click on Themes. A theme is a pre-made template for your website that includes colors, fonts, backgrounds, things like that. There's a lot of them. You can go through and explore at your own leisure. I'm just going to pick one. I'll pick Solitude Spice. Why not? Click on that. I'm going to press Save, and you'll notice when we go back out to our website, it says our changes have been saved up here. I'm going to click here to go back to our website, and you'll notice that now the font has changed. We have a little bit of color in the website, and you can play around with it as much as you want. It's not going to erase anything that you do, so feel free to experiment with themes. You can always go back and revert to the original theme. One last thing for this screencast is to show you how to create a new page, and that's the third of the three buttons up here that we were going to look at. That's the New Page button. It's the piece of paper with a plus sign in it. We're going to name this page, we'll just call it Next Page. You have some choices about what kind of page it's going to be. For the most part, you'll select Web Page here. Although there are some interesting things that you can have. I find the file cabinet pages to be useful for student websites. It allows, if your students are creating websites, it allows them a very easy way to upload files, say like PowerPoints that they've done or Word documents, to the website, and then you can browse and look at them at your leisure. There's also a list website that you can use to create lists of links, lists of URLs, or other kinds of lists. lists, but we'll stick with web page for right now. And then you can select a location for it. This is how you make subpages. If we want next page to be its own page at the same top level as home, you just leave this button selected here. But if you want it to go underneath the home page, click here, and I'll do that just so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to click Create. And so notice over here in our sidebar, we have the home page, which was the one with the puppies, and now underneath it, we have the next page. And if you click on this arrow, notice that it'll hide this menu here. And you would just create this page in the same way that you created the first page. So this should be enough to get you at least started with creating a Google site. There'll be more screencasts to come that talk about embedding other items other than videos and images into your Google site, but this should get you started. If you run into any problems that you can't quite figure out, there are many tutorials on the web. You can simply Google your problem and try to find them, or as always, please do not hesitate to send me an email and let me know if there's anything I can help you out with.